Welcome back guys to a Platinum Adventure video. In today's video we are going to be transforming a little farm that I hope will benefit us in the long run and will benefit us in future videos, but at the moment we haven't got a lot of it. We have 44 cocoa beans and we have 4 jungle logs. So our situation is, how do we get a lot of cocoa beans made by only using 4 jungle logs? Because in fact getting to the jungle by my area is pretty far away, so it does become an inconvenience. And sadly, in all of my chests there is no jungle plants or anything in there anymore. We are hoping that the village trader will come along and have some, because he always has a mix. That's acacia. I did instantly think that was jungle then, but if he comes along and has some stuff, it will benefit us on the long run. Because the reason why we're doing this, guys, is so then we can do a little fun goal that I have in my world, but it just takes time to do it. So we're literally searching around, seeing if we've got anything, but we sadly don't. So we are now having to figure out an idea on how we can improve the drop rates of our jungle logs. Obviously, if you do a system where, should we say, I don't have any blocks. Let me grab some dirt quickly, and I'll show you like a smaller visions style. Oh, let me just grab netherrack. It's not going to look nice. It's just a basic version. Obviously, you can do the typical like this, and then have the jungle logs on top, and then having these, and then basically on the other side as well, and just have each one get pushed by a piston when you're ready for it to go. Optimally, we would like it to be able to grow itself, but we don't know if that's going to be a possibility, so we're going to have to figure out a way of creating a situation where this can grow at the same time, and I can replace these if needed too. It's all fun and games, and the goal is for it to drop into a hopper as well. So we have some testing and some fun styles to go with. Just see how it goes, guys. So let's get building our cocoa farm. So this is a concept at the moment. I have had a couple ideas which I tried to work out, but they didn't come to anything, so sadly we couldn't go with them. Also tested out a different farm that someone else had made, and that didn't work for me either. So we're back to square one, and basically what's going to happen is the piston pussy, this fully grows by me. I hand grow it, and then once it's ready, the pistons will then push it. But the good thing is, I was right. There is lots more jungle logs, so we are able then to double the amount that we have growing, so we can ultimately then get like double the amount. So all we have to do basically is have a secondary piston aiming towards each side, which will then push them, which then once these are grown they'll be pretty good. So once they're like full size, and then on the other side of course, I did look at like dispensers, but I wasn't sure how to get that to work, because the issue I was having is I had linked up the dispensers to the pistons. Every time the pistons would go, it basically would break this, so these never actually grew. They were just like singular, but we want them to grow really. So let's grab ourselves a lever for both sides and some chests, because there's a concept of getting them to go into a hopper that we want, so then they're all collected by a hopper. So where is the chest? Do we have a chest in here, or do we have to make some? Okay, we'll make some. Yeah, because the plan is to get as much like copper beans as possible, so then we're good for my project. Because I saw a video and I think it's hilarious and I want to give it a go. But of course, we need an extreme amount of copper beans to do it. And if you know that you need an extreme amount of copper beans, you pretty much know what we're doing. So, it's going to be fun. So basically, these would drop off into a hopper and then into a chest. The chest will be here. Hoppers would follow up the path to there, and then the other ones will, of course, flow into this one. So not too bad. Okie dokie. Did not know there was a gap underneath there. That's fun. So yeah, let's put the hoppers in and we'll go from there. Okay, hopper. Yeah, we just need like 9, I think. Once we put all the hoppers in, it should be ready to go. So this is the full design. It probably could have some improvements, but that will just come with time. With this design, it's pretty basic. You have to, of course, like bow mill it yourself. I hope to improve the design where you don't have to bone mill it yourself, but it not be like a smaller version, because there's and obviously there's going to be like an automatic smaller version where you don't have to worry about the size, but with this I want it to at least have some size to it, so then I can actually do it properly. But what I can do is connect up some redstone to this, so I could have like a torch, redstone torch, a block, redstone, build it all the way up to the point then it doesn't like stress. But that will be something I'll test out in my testing world. But so far it works, because automatically you just press this, that drops that. The only issues is collecting the ones that drop out. So if you collect the ones that are out, we already had some in there, but yeah, it's pretty much as beneficial as you can get. And we drop them, they go into the hopper. So there is like a small amount of loss, but that is just due to where the hoppers are. But of course you guys can change that really. So as you can see, we literally went from 10 to 31, which just shows that we can benefit from doing this design. You also then have to remember to take those off, so then it can transport the next collection. So it's pretty cool design, I think. What I also could do is set up a water like path, so basically the items drop into the water and then flow to the end of the hopper, which then goes into a chest. I can do that. I can do a waterfall one if I wanted, but at this singular moment I don't have the want to do that until I've fully designed everything and the redstone is working and is all efficient as possible really. But of course with something like this, it's going to need a lot of redstone and a lot of bone meal. Luckily I have a bone meal farm literally here, ready to go at any time. All I have to do is flick this switch and off it goes. Ultimately just making me an infinite amount of bone meal when it possibly can. Once these fill up, it then sends bone meal down. So I could just walk away while that's doing its thing and just allow the redstone to pretty much do its job. While also I could, if I wanted to, get a load of sugar cane at the same time. So pretty efficient farms around here at the moment. It is just something that will definitely need improvements in the future, because I have, of course, my concrete farm thing, which is like Mark 1 of the design, and then behind me I have a tree farm for only oak, and then behind me I have an iron farm which just needs to be readjusted, but itself gets a lot of iron at the moment, even at the level it is. So it is just plans for the future on how we're going to do this, but ultimately, yeah, it's not too bad. So after some testing to improve what I somewhat had built, I've come up with this. So the concept literally is basically the cocoa beans grow, of course, they grow all across, allowing you to get a lot of cocoa beans. And then basically you have the redstone here, and all you have to do is press this, that pushes it, slides it down into the hoppers at the bottom, just flick this off, and then of course when you want to do it again, you just flick this and it will push it, and then unflick, then flick again, etc, etc, and it all pushes all of the cocoa beans in there. So if we basically filled all of this up plus the other side, so then we can have a better look of how much we actually would get. Of course it will be more the higher you go, but at the moment it is up to there really. We're not going to basically bone meal these at the moment, we're just going to see how it's going to go. So let's turn this off, it's going to pull them back in. We use that one, let them all drop in. You are going to lose some, probably about 2 or 3. Just really doesn't matter at this point when you're getting this much. Probably open this up and then have like a double chest. But yeah, I got 19 from that, and that wasn't a bone meal. That wasn't bone mealed. So it's something we're probably going to add to the world. We just need to get the resources, adjust what I've built already. But what I've built already at the base is a pretty, it's okay for what we want it to do, but ultimately we want this to keep giving us more cocoa beans and be a very progressive version. So I probably will adapt it even more to where some of the redstone signal comes both sides into a singular section. But guys, weirdly, yeah, we're going to end this here in our creative world. But I do hope you liked the video. We will be working on this next episode, but that is all we have time for today, guys. I do hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for future Platinum Adventure videos. I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.